An early Christmas present tonight in the Dome here on ACC Network Extra. Everyone inside in the holiday spirit. It's two top New York State teams, 10-1 Syracuse, 9-2 St. Bonaventure. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Dome. Brian Higgins here alongside former Lemoyne head coach Steve Evans, and we got ourselves a great matchup tonight. And Steve, these teams are both winning, and they're doing it in similar ways right now.
Both teams are coming in on winning streaks, one with 6 and one with 4, but it's been their consistent play. Offensively, they're both scoring 70 points a game. Defensively, they're holding teams in the 60s. A little bit difference between the rebounding and the turnovers, but overall, it's a great matchup tonight.
Right now, we spotlight point guard play for Syracuse. That means Frank Howard. Against Buffalo Tuesday, it was the bad and then the great.
Yeah, Frank's a maturing point guard. He's making mistakes. He's learning from it. He's not coming out of the game. And for him to come back after those two key turnovers and knock down the biggest shot of the game shows a lot about his maturity level and where he's at as a player.
That gave the Orange the lead for good in their 81-74 win. Jalen Adams for St. Bonaventure. How about this guy? He's been outstanding all 4 years of his career.
He is a seasoned point guard. He's making it happen for his team, scoring 17 points a game. He's on the national watch list, not only for the Robinson, the Naismith, but also as a point guard, the Kuzi. So you're going to see a great point guard battle between these two guys tonight.
Let's take a look at the comparison between these two, Steve, and when you look at the numbers, they're pretty darn even between these 2 point guards.
You start off, point guards are judged by winning, and that's what both of these teams are doing. Other than their height, right down the line, pound for pound, we got a nice matchup between Adams and Howard tonight.
You want winning? Frank Howard, 10-1 this year. Jalen Adams, he's undefeated. He missed the only 2 losses earlier this season for St. Bonaventure with an ankle injury. Tonight's starting lineups for St. Bonaventure. It's not just the Jalen Adams show. They did beat Maryland without him earlier this season, much because of Matt Mobley. He beat Vermont at the buzzer a week ago. The team's leading scorer hit a 3 to beat the Catamounts. For Syracuse, we know the backcourt, Frank Howard and Tyus Battle. O'Shea Brissett has come into his own. He's riding a streak now of 4 consecutive 20-point games. He scored 25, a career high, in each of the last 2. Jeffrey Anderson will administer the opening tip, and we are underway tonight inside the Carrier Dome. Tyus Battle at his lowest scoring non-injured game of the season last time out. He'll try his hand at an early 3, and Tyus says not going to be like Tuesday.
Bonaventure switched that ball screen. If that's a philosophy they're going to try to do tonight, it'll be interesting to watch. They didn't switch back quick enough and allowed Battle to get that shot.
Now our first look at Jalen Adams with the ball in his hands. He'll drive, tough floater, connects.
Well, good as advertised, right off the bat with a nice floater.
Adams tested the waters in the NBA draft last spring, was never seriously going, but got to attend all the camps and the like before coming back to Olean. Here's Brissett. Battle's already hit. Now Howard tries to answer Adams. Foul on the rebounding act. It is on Pascal Chukwu. Mark Schmidt, 11 years into it in Olean, and this might be, Steve, his best team.
He's done a great job, and what he's done is he's been consistent. For as long as he's been there, they've stayed consistently middle of the pack, every now and then a good bounce. This is probably one of his best teams.
The Bonaventure fans are the ones with the early voice here in the Dome. Pretty easy ride up to the Cuse. Mobley. Passing inside the zone to Ieni. Denied. Taki. Denied. Taki again is Chukwu. Stuffed him. And Battle again will have another touch. Brissett. No good for 3. That's one thing St. Bonaventure doesn't have and hasn't seen a lot of. 7-2 on the inside of the defense against him.
Yeah, they've definitely got the going into the paint is going to be a little different today with Chukwu in there.
Ieni. Way off the mark. Chukwu again defending. And Josh Ieni's been very successful this year, but is just 6'8". Body's tumbling behind the play as Chukwu could not get up for it. Adams.
where Bonnie's is tough is in transition as well, especially after a miss or a turnover. They like to go fast, and there's Mobley. He's the other threat. You got to worry about Adams. You got to worry about Mobley.
Mobley's their main threat from the outside. His 30th hit from deep from the season. And Mobley's coming off an outstanding 23-point effort a couple of nights ago in a big win against Northeastern.
Last year, Mobley had 9 threes in a game against VCU. He's got a school record, so that's a good sign for Bonaventure.
Both he and Adams can heat up from the outside. Battle fouled on the way through. Jim Boeheim, 42 years into it now. Officially 912 wins. And he's gotten 10 of them this season, off to an outstanding start with conference play looming after just this in Eastern Michigan prior to the ACC slate. Battle again grabbed on the outside. And that is 2 quick ones on Mobley, and that is not good for the Bonnies.
That's not what Coach Schmidt wants. Mobley just knocks his first shot. He's trying to be aggressive, getting into battle, trying to keep him off those ball screens, but unfortunately he's got to be smart. He picked up 2 quick ones.
It'll be interesting to see how long Mark Schmidt can afford to keep his leading scorer on the bench. Brissett, an offensive foul. Whistle happy start here with a couple fouls each way.
Definitely trying to set the tone. The officials, they want to keep the hands off the bodies and keep the game what it should be, a free-flowing basketball game.
We'll see how much Jalen Adams does now with his partner in crime, Mobley, on the bench.
A little bit easier for Syracuse right now to just key on one person as opposed to having to worry about the double threat that Bonnie's has.
Isaiah Brockington, who's now that top corner of your screen, is the one that checked in for Mobley, the freshman. He played a lot more earlier this season when Adams was out injured and a travel on the drive. That's Courtney Stockard. He's wearing number 30 tonight. How about this? His normal number 11. This is nuts. They were in Buffalo, Canisius, a couple weeks ago. Jerseys are laid out before the pregame meal. Somebody in the hotel stole his jersey.
That's what happens when you're playing in those big games in Buffalo, those rivalry games. It's hanging in somebody's bedroom or
apparently
somewhere.
The word is the hotel got it on tape, so maybe they'll get it back at some point. Howard is denied on the way through by Ladarian Griffin. Adams in transition. The trailer Stockard. Now the freshman. Brockington hits from deep.
And Brockington's been able to shoot the ball from 3. When he's open, he gets good looks. He's shooting over 50% this year, and that's been a welcome in talking to Coach Schmidt about his team. They always knew he was a slasher, but he's showing him he can knock down the 3 as well.
His minutes have dropped considerably recently as Battle cannot answer when Adams got back from the ankle injury, but he was in there playing a lot early this season.
Bonnie's is doing a good job on the boards here, battling against Syracuse to start off the game.
Steal by Brissett. 1 on 5. Brissett fouled. Well, the Bonnies not afraid tonight in the Dome. Up early. Teams firing away from deep. Tyus battle to start. The freshman answered.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
Sweet and discreet things from Volvo. This holiday season, celebrate the beauty of family with our holiday offers on cars like the XC90. With more intuitive safety innovations, you can keep the ones who matter most safe.
The NBA on Christmas Day has just gotten so popular. Now you can stream the games on the ESPN app.
How do we compete?
You know what? If they're going to have a streaming service, then we'll have a streaming service.
Yeah, chimney cam.
Ugh.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
Monday Night Football, Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern.
Welcome back
ESPN.
to the Carrier Dome. Here's a little history
Welcome
lesson
back
for
to
you.
the Carrier
Before
Dome.
the Big
Here's a little
East
history lesson
these
for you.
two teams
Before
had
the
a little
Big
bit of a
East
rivalry. In the late 1970s, the two teams played in the ECAC championship, or in the ECAC playoffs 3 years in a row with a trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. There were no hard feelings between the coaches stemming from that rivalry, though. Head coach of St. Bonaventure at the time, Jim Saddlin, and Coach Boeheim have stayed friends throughout the years, and Jim Saddlin is now the color analyst for the Syracuse IMG Sports Network. He calls every game for the Orange, and he travels with the team on away trips. Guys?
All right, Aaron, and we love Sats. Natalie attired, old and new, and their recruiting battle. Jim Boeheim gets the job. They were fighting over this guy, Roosevelt Bowie. It was down to St. Bonaventure, Steve, or Syracuse, and we see where Rosie's jersey's hanging right now.
I would say Syracuse, it started the ball rolling for the Orange. The Louis Bowie show, I can remember as a young kid going to those Bonaventure Syracuse games with my dad and just watching basketball in its purest form. That back in the day, these two colleges going at it was a lot of fun at Manley Fieldhouse.
Yeah, what Aaron said, this rivalry could have gone on forever, but the Big East helped really blossom Syracuse's program and took it to a whole new level. Brockington is battle back on defense, but a foul.
Both of these teams are going to look to run on misses and turnovers. They're averaging nearly 80 points a game. And Syracuse, when they do miss a shot or turn it over, they're going to have to get back quick because, as we've seen, they can really push it. And Adams is tough because he can pull up or he can take it all the way and find the open man. That's what makes him so good.
The lefty freshman Isaiah Brockington at the line. We talked about him. He, in the first 6 games when Adams was not playing, he had 4 straight games where he played more than 25 minutes. Those numbers have dropped. He hasn't played more than 17 minutes since, but he did get that time early on.
And that's the good thing about losing a player. You give other people an opportunity to go out there. This is not what Coach Schmidt thought. The typical freshman is going to take a while. Well, he was ready to play, and now he's ready to go tonight.
And that said, when Jalen Adams is ready, he's the guy, which is why he's out there. But Brockington in for Mobley with foul trouble.
This one's going to go down hard.
Griffin is fouled, else it was going down hard because Frank Howard got him on the wrist.
Griffin has probably about as good as athleticism as anybody. Real long arms. Got into a fight with the rim there. I know he tried to take not only the rim down, but I think the whole basket.
Yeah, if Frank wasn't there, we might be pausing for a minute to put the hoop back up. Ladarian Griffin will shoot a pair, the junior from Jacksonville. He's a guy in this program, Griffin, Steve, that has really come a long way. He's already played more minutes this year than he did his freshman and sophomore years combined.
And that's how it's supposed to be. You want to see your players continue to improve and get better. We've always known Griffin is a great athlete, but he's been able to work on his mid-range jump shot. He's very good from 15 feet, and now he's starting to put it together.
And that could provide very useful against the zone today. Battle in traffic. Got free and connects.
Nice strong move by Battle in the paint, in traffic, finishing.
Again, St. Bonaventure playing with Matt Mobley, their leading scorer, on the bench. Picked up 2 fouls less than 3 minutes in. Stockard inside further to Griffin. He's blocked this time. Now a foul on the rebound.
I think Griffin's in a fight with this rim right now. He's getting up there. He's just not been able to put the ball in. You see it in real nice high-low, strong finish, just not able to put it down.
The foul is the second on Chukwu. So Pascal played most of the game on Tuesday night. Quarter 3 for Brockington, no good. But a career-high 37 minutes in early foul trouble. And Baraba Sidibe has been hampered with knee tendonitis, set to check in. Howard battles been the only hard scorer. Now Adams. Get to see Jalen Adams get to show his tools. He'll launch a three and is fouled. That is Frank Howard's second, and both teams have some serious early foul trouble.
The players are going to have to adjust. The referees are calling it close, and both teams now have to get into their bench, which may favor Bonaventure with some of the things they've had to go through this year and losing Adams with his injury. They've got guys that are used to playing in these type of situations.
First free throw for Adams is good. Sidibe. Oh, he's shooting three. He's supposed to come in after the next one. He was trying to get in now. It's a three-shot foul for Adams. So Sidibe in. He did not play on Tuesday night against Buffalo. Again, hampered with a knee tendonitis. Chukwu is out with the 2 fouls. Howard remains with the 2 fouls for now. We saw that on Tuesday. Picked up his 3rd before halftime.
And that's all right. If Frank has learned from the other night, then today with 2 fouls, can he continue to play without picking up that 3rd foul in the first half?
And then played almost the entirety of the second half playing with 3. Howard to pull up Jay.
Been very impressed with Bonaventure's man-to-man defense. They're taking away a lot of the first options from Syracuse, forcing them to go to second and third looks where Frank had to go one-on-one in that situation.
Well, we wondered, would they do something similar to Buffalo and heavily take away Tyus Battle? Does not seem to be in their DNA, but it's working out all right anyway. Dolezaj finishes inside.
Nice up and under. Dolezaj being able to get the ball into the paint. Ball fake. Good finish for the freshman.
Adams. Stockard zips it inside to Griffin, and this time he wins his war with the rim.
Stockard with a beautiful no-look pass, hitting Griffin on the baseline.
Brissett attacking, connects.
Every time Syracuse has been able to get into the paint, they've been able to make good plays. Look for them to continue to look to penetrate against Bonnie's.
Good pace in this game early. Stockard a 15-footer.
And Stockard's a dual threat in there. Not only you see him knock the pass down, but he can also make that 15-foot jump shot.
Howard. Floater won't go, and he is fouled trying to collect the rebound.
We've seen a floater earlier from Adams, and now we've seen it from Howard.
Foul on the freshman Brockington. This answers our question about St. Bonaventure. Is Matt Mobley back in?
And that's an NBA shot that Frank's got to have if he wants to get to the next level. That little pull-up runner. Both teams have been able to really get into the paint, whether it be Bonnie's with the pass or Syracuse off the bounce.
Was fouled in the rebounding act, so no shots. Sidibe. Travels.
A lot of contact in there before the travel. Looks like they're not going to double Sidibe when he has it, so it's his turn to take it to the basket in that situation.
Barama's not played a lot at all recently. Bothered by the knee tendonitis and an ankle injury going back as far as the Kansas game. High post again, Griffin. Stockard for Mobley, intercepted Howard. Had battle ahead. This time Howard finishes.
Beautiful, beautiful take in transition. Euro step soft off the glass for Frank. That's what Syracuse got to do. They got to be able to score in transition before the defense can get set.
Both teams getting up and down here in the early going. The trailer's Taki. Now Adams. Gets past Battle. Contact. Can't finish. Now Howard, a 3 would tie. Battle at early 5. Another hand check foul, this time on Courtney Stockard. Frank Howard getting out in transition as Syracuse coming back early against the Bonnies.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah, but it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
I believe computers are important in design, but it's the human touch that creates design with a feeling, creating a form that appeals to your heart.
Why are we so passionate about perfecting designs by hand? Because driving matters. Test drive the CX-5 and see why handcrafted design matters.
When kids get really excited about my children's books, that's the best reaction. What's great about Paint 3D, it's exciting to see a shark come to life and come off the page. When the work creates a feeling in a kid, it feels great. It's addictive. You want to keep doing it.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
Monday Night Football, Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
The NBA on Christmas Day has just gotten so popular. Now you can stream the games on the ESPN app.
How do we compete?
You know what? If they're going to have a streaming service, then we'll have a streaming service.
Yeah, chimney cam.
Ugh.
Streaming and gaming are only as good as your internet. So get the best internet with the 100% fiber optic network. With Fios Gigabit connection, you get the fastest internet available with download speeds up to 940 megs, plus TV and phone for just $79.99 per month online, with Showtime and multi-room DVR service included with a 2-year agreement. Switch now and get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Get our best new offer. Go to getfios.com.
My favorite Christmas song is definitely Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Jingle Bell? No, on the first day. How's it go?
Jingle bells, I don't know. Keep it simple.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
First day of Christmas, my true love came to me. Jingle bells.
Someone's going to have to tell Red that was not Jingle Bells he was singing. But good voice there by Red and Matthew. We'll let him sing. Steve will handle our singing here. I'm going to tap out on that.
I'll leave that to Nat King Cole and all the rest of them this time of year.
All the old crooners will get Steve through the holiday season. Early foul trouble here for the Orange. Pascal Chukwu on the bench with a pair. Frank Howard's handling it right now for the last few minutes. 2 minutes now on the floor with a couple fouls.
And Frank's got to play smart with two. If he's going to stay in the game, he's got to make sure he doesn't pick up anything cheap. He's got to be careful about picking up charges.
And it's been called tight in the early going on the perimeter especially. Dolezaj finds Battle. Tyus, step back. Rebound last touched by a Bonnie hand, looked like Mobley.
Great job by Dolezaj, just attacking the glass and keeping the ball alive, giving Syracuse a chance to get another possession.
Howard searching. And again, Barama Sidibe did not play on Tuesday night against Buffalo, bothered by the knee. Inside to Dolezaj, he finishes for a second time.
Another play where Syracuse is able to get into the paint off the bounce. Frank Howard does a good job of finding the open man, and Dolezaj finishes.
Orange have scored the last 6 in a row to cut this to a 1-point game. Good game so far, kind of what we expected.
Got Mobley back in the game now. Got your dual threat out on the perimeter.
Inside easy. He can't finish twice. Sidibe with the defense. That's a good sign for the Orange.
The length of Syracuse inside is showing it's going to be a big factor trying to score around the basket for St. Bonaventure.
A corner three won't go, but another three-point shooter is fouled. Courtney Stockard picks up his second.
See Dolezaj here just being active. That's one of the things, you talk as a freshman coming in the game. What can you do to stay on the floor? Be active. Get yourself a rebound. Take a charge. Get on the loose ball. That's what this guy does every single night out for Syracuse.
Got both his baskets by being active near the rim. O'Shea Brissett, who hit 16 for 16 from the line on Tuesday night, connects on his first here today.
He and Mobley both get to the foul line a lot. Just looking through the stats before the game, Mobley leads St. Bonaventure in getting to the line, and obviously the other night with the amount of times that Brissett was able to go to finish off the game, both these guys are very comfortable getting to the foul line.
And a missed free throw for O'Shea, so will not be a perfect night tonight, but hits 2 of the 3 after being fouled shooting the 3. Arch back in front. It is an 8-0 run now for Syracuse. Here's Taki. High post for Griffin. Taki attacking, finished, count it.
Great finish by Taki. That's one of the things he can do. He's a slasher. He can get to the basket. Nice play.
One shot, guys.
See the opening right there. He takes it right at him. Syracuse has either got to get in front, take a charge, or they got to get up and contest it without fouling around the hoop.
Foul there on Sidibe. Taki's a guy, hey, he's about 5 points a game, 5 boards a game. But he's the glue guy of this team, a 3-year captain here.
Captain who does the dirty work. When you have 2 guards that are getting all the attention, you need other people to do things, and that's exactly what he does. A
rebounding foul now on Dolajai, and St. Bonaventure, less than halfway into the half, is already in the 1-and-1. 7th foul.
Bonaventure's brought a lot of energy, a lot of effort into the start of this game, and it's got a good pace, although there's been a lot of fouls to start. You can just tell that both these teams are on the verge of having a big moment one way or another where they can string 2-3 possessions in a row.
Jalen Adams, the shooter, connects on the front end. Howard Washington is subbed in for Syracuse. The Orange goes smaller with a 3-guard lineup, and neither of their true centers, Chukwu or Sidibe, on the floor.
This will force Battle to play in the back of the zone as well. A little bit different than the big guards, and they have he and Frank Howard up front.
Washington got 8 minutes on Tuesday night, mostly when Howard was in foul trouble. Dolajai lost it because he was fouled. Spotted by Ed Corbett.
And Adams has some quick hands, but unfortunately for St. Bonaventure, that's his 2nd foul.
And a 1-and-1 at this end. So both teams in the bonus here, barely more than halfway into the first half.
And this is when you have to adjust. As a coach, as a player, you've got to be able to figure out how this game is going to be called and then change the way that you're playing. Bonaventure's been putting their hands on a lot of guys when they're dribbling. This is now going to open up a lot of penetration for Syracuse because guys are afraid to pick up that 3rd foul.
And the question is, who will pick up a 3rd foul this half? Mobley a 3. And a rebounding foul.
Taki went over the back on that one. And now we're going to get into a foul shooting contest.
For the next 9:32. Foul on Taki, as you said, his first. Mobley and Adams each have 2 for St. Bonaventure. Howard and Chukwu each have 2 for the Arch. 3 of those 4 players, everyone except Chukwu, are on the court right now. Brissett hit the front end.
You want to be able to see guys play basketball, not shoot free throws. So got a lot of people here who want to see a great game today. The score can't ask for a better game. We just hope that it doesn't come down to where the better players are sitting on the bench.
We'll see if Adams and Mobley and Howard can avoid that 3rd here in the first half. It's 3/4 of the starting backcourts for these teams. McPeasy inside. Hook shot, no. Brissett boards it. Orange can retake the lead here. Howard Washington, the freshman. Frank Howard attacks. Dolajai finishes. 6 early for Merrick Dolajai.
Dolajai just picking up all that loose change around the basket. Howard's doing a great job of breaking it down, getting into the paint for the Orange.
Adams, high post Griffin, high low Taki, finished inside.
Griffin's done a good job finding the open man in the high post. Bonnie's has found what's working for them. Syracuse has also found what's working for themselves as well.
Coach Schmidt yesterday, when we chatted with him, seemed confident that he had guys that could make plays from that high post against the zone. They stop with a shot clock issue here.
he's got a couple of guys. Courtney Stockard can play that high post area along with Griffin. Both of them are interchangeable, and it gives him a lot of different weapons because they bring different things to the table, so it's not always the same person catching it. I've also seen them run their guards in and out of the high post as well. So Bonnie's got to like the pace right now with a 1-point lead. Syracuse getting what they want as well. It's on its way to looking like two teams that are able to score the basket, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, we got ourselves the 1-point game right now. They're at the table getting the clock right. The shot clock did not start that time down the court. So our three officials today, Ed Corbett, Jeffrey Anderson, and Nathan Farrell, will converge and take care of it. But how about the start to this game? This is pretty good, save for the stop and start with the free throws. We're kind of getting what we expected out of these two teams.
I'm looking for Mobley to see how he responds, and he's the type of kid that's got to be on the floor all the time for Bonaventure. You saw him go to the bench. Probably a good, as far as Coach Schmidt understanding his team, settling him down, realizing, hey, look, we need you out there. We're going to put you back in. And now he's back on the floor. You see a different philosophy with Syracuse, where Coach Boeheim left Frank Howard out on the floor with his 2 fouls. So some of that's an interesting thing to watch here. I doubt that the officials are going to take the whistles now and put it in their pocket for the last 8:54. So somebody's going to get called for a foul. It's going to change the flow of this game at some point.
Let's look back earlier in this game here as we talked about the point guards before the game. Here they are in the game, Steve, showing similar ability right now.
And I know that there's some NBA scouts out here tonight watching the game, and they're watching to see if they can make plays like this. The runner. You watch Tony Parker, you watch any of the guys. These are the plays that NBA guards have to be able to make. They've got to be able to get into the paint. They've got to be able to finish over a tall shot blocker, rim protector, and that's both what we've seen from not only Frank Howard, but also from Jalen Adams tonight.
Adams, as mentioned, declared for the draft last year, as you can do. I don't think he ever thought he was leaving. Coach never thought he was leaving, but what a great experience for him to go through, and really for the St. Bonaventure program to get him out there a bit.
That's a good thing. Being able to go test the waters in a sense when you know that you're going to get good feedback. So Jalen Adams was able to go work out for some pro teams, get a chance to get the things that he needs to improve upon, see what the NBA teams are doing, and how he can bring that back to his team as well. So he gets a chance to work out with some players that are at the highest level. He goes back in the gym, starts sharing some of that stuff with Matt Mobley. All of a sudden, Mobley gets better over the summer as well. So it's a win-win for everybody in this case.
Well, they've got the clock adjusted now. Went from 8:54 down to 8:30, and the shot clock down to 22. So hopefully everything is kosher there heading forward. And it will be the orange ball here, so that clock must have stopped somewhere midway through the previous St. Bonaventure possession as they took 24 off it. And now here we go. Battle drives immediately. Can't finish. Rebound off Brissett, it looked like.
Bonaventure's doing a really good job in that situation of shrinking the floor. When Battle gets it, you can see everybody just slide over to the help line. They want to make him become a passer off the bounce.
Well, everybody, and we saw what Buffalo did on Tuesday night, what St. Bonaventure's doing tonight. They're different, but they all have to have very specific Tyus Battle plans on defense. Here's Mobley. 1-3 already for St. Bonaventure's leader. Adams from way out there. Washington the rebound. Howard attacking. And Frank Howard will be at the free throw line when we come back to the Carrier Dome. Two of the best teams in New York State in a 1-point game here in the Dome.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like free shaken sodas. Switch to #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
I love sports. I just wish they could be with me always. They say you don't choose the app. The app chooses you. It is everything I could ever want in a sports companion.
That's okay. This is why we practice.
I can stream the games and shows that I love. And it's there wherever and whenever I need it. I never thought I could find an app that loves sports as much as I do.
Mississippi Mass Choir.
Until now.
Downtown Syracuse. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and yours. The ice skating is square in downtown Syracuse. The tree is up, and the ice skating has been going for weeks already. Back here in the Dome with our final pre-Christmas game. Brannigan, Steve Evans, and Steve, how about the variety of ways Tyus Battle's being guarded?
Teams are playing 2.5 men. You see Griffin coming over, taking away the early help, and then also guys making rotations to take away the first pass. So it forces Battle to make a decision. Either he's got to take a tough contested shot, or he's got to look to skip opposite and find the open man.
As long as Charlie Sheen's not one of the 2.5, I think they'll be in good shape. Howard at the line, fouled prior to the timeout.
This game's going to be dictated at the free throw line with all the fouls. These become very important.
Bonnie's 6 of 10. The Orange now 4 out of 7 from the stripe. 5 out of 7, pardon. So a lot of opportunities, but they're leaving some points at the line at both ends right now.
Gotta look for the high post here if you're Bonaventure. You're going to try to get it back into that high post area. Look to skip or the high-low dump down.
I'd say it feels like we've yet to see Adams really get going. And you look at this stat sheet, he's got 7 points and 4 boards already.
That's what he does. He fills it up quietly.
Ball got tipped back in, but I don't think it's going to count. Well, they will count it. Coach Boeheim confused as we are momentarily.
Looks like they got a foul before, so the basket's not going to count. They called a foul before on Ikpeazi.
So they called the foul on Amani Ikpeazi. The tip there was converted by Idris Taki, but they'll say the foul was prior to the tipped ball. Now, Mark Schmidt doesn't like that, and the monitor will be used. And Coach Boeheim also wants to speak, so someone's going to be upset when this is all said and done.
That's a tough call. It's a bang-bang play.
Brissett, the shooter. Tells you a lot about O'Shea Brissett, though. He's just in the mix enough that there's a whistle and he pops out as the free throw shooter.
And it's because he's always around the basket. He's such a good rebounder. It's a point of emphasis for St. Bonaventure to be able to get a body on him. He's got to love it now, though. He's getting 2 points going to the foul line. Didn't even have to run down the floor.
8 points, 4 boards right now for O'Shea Brissett. A string of 4 consecutive 20-point games coming in.
Bonaventure's going to try to go inside right now with Dozier playing the 5.
Mobley,
they got to go at him.
They opted the other way, and it did not work out. Orange ball with the lead. As you said, it's a very small Orange lineup. Both Chukwu and Sidibe, the 2 centers, on the bench currently. Pascal Chukwu picked up his 3rd foul now 7 minutes ago. 2nd foul, rather. Dolezaj. And he's fouled by Ikpeazi. That's the 3rd on Amadi Ikpeazi. The backup sophomore center from Buffalo.
He's got to be smarter than that. Dolage is not somebody you want to foul. Just 15 feet away from the basket. He's got to learn how to stay in the game as well.
3-point there for the Orange. Ekpezi checks out and Stockard back in. Both teams going small now.
With the smaller lineup with Syracuse, this isn't a bad move for St. Bonaventure. They tried to get the ball into Ekpezi the last couple times, and they couldn't get it inside. He was sealing, but they couldn't get it to him. So now they're going back to their more traditional two-guard lineup out front.
Here's Adams. Dribbling nearest the freshman Washington. Stockard inside for Griffin, and he is fouled.
This is probably their best lineup as far as Bonaventure against the zone. Got Griffin on the baseline. Stockard at the high post. Stockard can shoot, can take it to the basket, and we've also seen how well he can pass the ball from the high post.
Marek Dolajai becomes the third Orange player with a couple of first-half fouls now. But Darian Griffin hits the free throw. This foul trouble, it's significant now. It could be huge for both these teams after halftime. Chukwu back in with a pair.
And this is where it becomes a chess game for the coaches. You got to be able to get players out there and get them back in and out, making sure that they don't pick up any cheap fouls. You got to have assistant coaches talking to them throughout the game, reminding them that they have two.
Both teams right now are 8 out of 12 from the line. A ton of first half free throws.
We said it was an evenly matched game, and we're seeing it in all areas.
Here's the point guard matchup we've been watching. Howard dished off to Chukwu, who was out of bounds.
Yeah, not a smart play throwing it to a guy that's out of bounds.
That's not going to work out.
No.
Not much you can do from there. So the Orange give it away. We've been tight the whole way. St. Bonaventure led by 7 early on. But the game since then has been essentially played within 4 either way. Jalen Adams, the senior point guard, preseason first team all-league.
Griffin's on the baseline here. You can see a lob or something.
Hanging out behind the zone.
Yep.
Adams instead for 3. Connects.
And he dances. He just dances. He's a threat from 3, but if you go for it, he takes that little slide dribble, and then he gets his puppy set, and then it's all she wrote.
He's the first scorer on either side to double figures tonight, now with 10. It's not as quiet as it was a few minutes ago for Jalen Adams. Here's Washington. Shot clock's out to 10 for Battle. Washington to 3. Did not answer, it tried. And the calm veteran Jalen Adams will set shop once again.
Got to watch Mobley on the baseline right now. That's his spot right there. No one's got a hand in his face. That's way too good of a look for Mobley.
Missed the corner 3, a surprise. Howard. Long 2. Rebound Taki.
Syracuse got to watch it right now. The momentum's starting to shift.
Transition 3. Adams connects again. Timeout Syracuse.
You got Frank Howard taking an ill-advised shot with a hand in his face with transition going the other way. That's where St. Bonaventure's really good. That's where Adams is at his best in transition.
A lot of bodies in the stands tonight in the Dome, up from Olean. And their star, Jalen Adams, is getting it done. 13 points right now to lead St. Bonaventure.
Some of the things you'll see St. Bonaventure's doing against the zone, they're getting that ball into the high post area. You see an unbelievable no-look pass to the baseline. They're making it look easy. High post again, high-low. The reason that's open, though, is because of the shooters.
And the shooter recently, Jalen Adams, just canned a couple of consecutive threes that capped off what is currently an 8-0 run that has put Bonnie's back up 5.
This Bonaventure lineup is really good against the zone as well. They've got a good passer in the high post. They have an athletic baseline player in Griffin, and you got the dynamic duo with their 2 guards.
The Orange more size on the court right now with Chukwu back in. Starting lineup, in fact, on the floor as Moyer's returned as well. Here's Matthew. And a foul as Moyer was coming through. It is Mobley, and that is the first of the star players to pick up 3.
And he picked it up on Matt Moyer going to the baseline. Just felt it was going to happen at some point. Somebody's going to lose their head, get caught up in the moment. Now, the only thing is, Mobley's #1 last year in minutes played in the Atlantic 10. So he knows how to play. I'm sure he's been in this situation before. He's got to be smart coming out of the second half with 3 fouls. But in order for him to have an impact on the game, he's got to be on the floor.
He's playing 36 minutes a game this year. He's not going to hit that number tonight. Moyer misses both. Brissett volleyballed the rebound, but it lands with Stockard. Bonnie's ball, this 8-0 run, still active. As Jalen Adams scalding out. He thought about it from there.
Really good off of ball screens.
Slithers in the lane. Stays Bonnie's ball. Nope. Ed Corbett overturns the call.
They're looking for a little bailout on that one there. Adams left his feet a little bit out of control. Normally he's in control, but in that case, he's throwing himself into the big men, and I think the official did a good job not falling for it.
Well, some people have the heat check from the outside. He did a heat check drive. Trying to stretch it to a 10-0 run.
That's what makes him so hard, so difficult to guard. He can shoot it and he can get by you with ease.
Howard powers it down. Look at Frank Howard answering this point guard battle.
Nothing easy about that from Frank. He took it nice and hard to the basket.
Little snarl at Adams after the fact. Stockard tried to answer, but got knocked from all 3 sides. Foul on Moyer.
It's 3 times now he's gotten up there to the rim, and you got to respect it because he's going in hard. You see here going a lot of good plays here with Frank Howard taking it hard with authority, putting it down. You got to like the battle we got here today.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
There's a danger to success.
It can bring out your best.
Or lull you into complacency.
You can always be faster.
Woo! Or smarter.
Keep reaching beyond your best, because better is a never-ending quest.
Introducing the all-new Accord, the most impressive Honda ever. Our quest for better never ends.
I love sports. I just wish they could be with me always. They say you don't choose the app. The app chooses you. It is everything I could ever want in a sports companion. It can stream the games and shows that I love, and it's there whenever I need it.
That's okay.
I never thought I could find an app that loves sports as much as I do. Until now.
Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Streaming and gaming are only as good as your internet. So get the best internet with the 100% fiber optic network. With Fios Gigabit connection, you get the fastest internet available with download speeds up to 940 megs, plus TV and phone for just $79.99 per month online, with Showtime and multi-room DVR service included with a 2-year agreement. Switch now and get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Get our best new offer. Go to getfios.com.
This season, get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 per month on the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, switch now and get up to 4 free LG Fortune phones. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Back in the Dome, Bonnie's by 3 over the Orange. Brian Higgins, Steve Evans, and Steve, Jalen Adams has come as advertised tonight.
Is it possible to get 13 quiet points? You see it. He's got the runner. He's got the pull-up. And right here in transition, his feet are set. He's got a great form. He gets a nice bounce, good roll, can do it all.
That's it. They're getting noisier as the half goes along. He's got 13, and the only thing that might hold him back is the fouls. He's sitting on 2. Look at this list of foul trouble right now.
It looks like somebody asked Santa for fouls for Christmas.
Yeah, this is the coal in the stocking, I think. 3 players on the orange with 2. 2 on Bonnie's with 3, Ikpeazi and Mobley. Griffin was fouled by Moyer prior to the break. Hits the first. We've seen 22 combined fouls so far in this first half. And now that was our 28th free throw. Griffin hits both. Orange have not trailed at the half in the dome this season. They're staring at that right now. Only halftime deficits were to Kansas and the loss in Miami, then the comeback win against Georgetown last weekend. Brissett misfires.
Bonaventure did a good job switching that ball screen, making that a tough play.
We've talked about their defense all night. It has been solid. It starts with battle, and it's gone out from there. Here's Adams. Double came at him quickly with his own. Brockington playing more with a foul trouble to Mobley. Stockard pump fakes, attacks, can't finish.
Nice play by Brissett there, just going up, staying vertical, not picking up the foul.
A 6th rebound already for Syracuse's leader in that category.
Syracuse just not really getting a lot out of the ball screens right now. Bonaventure doing a good job. You see Battle here almost forced to where he's got to play one-on-one.
Guys, Battle scored Syracuse's first 5, hasn't scored since. Brissett elastic near the rim and can't finish.
We saw last game when teams were taking Battle away, it opened up driving lanes for Brissett. That's what he's going to have to take advantage of today as well.
That's why he went to the line time and time again with those 16 out of 16 made free throws on Tuesday. Jeffrey Anderson not pleased with Pascal Chukwu pre-inbound.
You don't want to get Jeff Anderson upset.
I don't think he can tee up anymore, Steve.
He could. Trust me.
Battle in the corner. Late shot clock. Tyus says, get out of my way. Awkward 3. Here's Adams. Flips off to Stockard. Adams. Open 3. Cash it.
And that's what he's so good at. You run him off the line, but he doesn't leave the line. He shows it. He sidesteps. We need a second effort out of Syracuse to get up there and at least get a hand in his face.
16 first half points for Jalen Adams. St. Bonaventure an 8-point lead, their largest. Foul there on Griffin. Let's take a look at this great play by Adams.
This is what happens when Adams is such a good player. He gives it up. And now here it is. Watch when he gets it back. Somebody's got to fly at him. Little ball fake. Step back 3. Somebody from Syracuse has got to stop watching this play and make the next effort play to get out and at least get a hand up on Adams, make him do something else.
Howard the shooter after the foul by Griffin. Howard missing the first of 2. Coming up at the half, we're joined by Tommy Powell from the Syracuse Athletic Department to talk about the great success in academics recently for the Syracuse student athletes. Happy holidays from Syracuse Athletics, and our first half highlights that will feature a heavy dose of one Jalen Adams.
We got two Maryland kids kind of jawing at each other a little bit. Our point guards taking it a little bit personal, but that's one of the things they're going to have to do. They got to keep in their heads and let the game come to both of them.
Franks from Suitland, Maryland. Jalen Adams from Baltimore. Stockard finishes. Bona's up 9 here, Steve.
That lineup that Bonaventure has, it was a blessing when Ikpeazi got that 3rd foul. This is a better lineup to go against the zone.
They've gone small and stretched the lead. Battle. Quiet for much of the half. Howard now. Frank. Cutters for a set. He powers it home.
That's a terrific find by Frank Howard. He showed great patience, great poise getting in there, and a super cut by Brissett.
Adams, heat check. Why not?
I would say he's hot.
19 for Jalen Adams. Bonas by double figures. Battle to answer. Cannot. Looks like the Bonaventure players, Griffin and Adams, may have knocked it away from each other there.
Good hustle by Moyer, keeping after it.
Eric Dolajai checking back in for Chukwu.
Boy, for a game that was starting to drag a little bit, it's certainly picked up.
Jalen Adams arrived.
This is a good time right now to get Adams out of the game. With 44 seconds, as hot as he is, you don't want him picking up anything cheap before halftime.
He's got the 2 fouls. You wonder if you try to sneak him back in for a last offensive possession if you can for Coach Schmidt.
I would think he would. If he can get him in the game with the ball, that would be the right play.
And he's still got his use it or lose it timeout if he wants to operate that way, but the Orange will have the possession first.
And they should get the ball back if they're able to get the rebound here.
Howard cutting Moyer. He finishes.
Another fine by Frank Howard. You see the timeout here by Coach. He's going to get him back in the game.
I'd say that's what we call smart coaching. Put your best player back on the court, and why not when he's got 19 points already? Jalen Adams has been outstanding here in the first half, and this is the same Bonaventure team, Steve. They started the year without Adams. He hurt his ankle in an exhibition game. They go 4-2, and now they're undefeated with him on the court. They know how to play with and without him.
And that's what makes the team so good and so hard to play against, and that's why they're picked one of the tops in the Atlantic 10, and that's why this game's so important. When you get around to tournament time, the winner of this game, this is going to be a key win for somebody, whether it be Syracuse, whether it be St. Bonaventure. We got ourselves a ball game with a lot of meaning towards the end of the season that's happened here right at Christmas.
This is a Bonas team that had NCAA aspirations deep into last season, lost in the quarterfinals of the A-10, and then did not even get picked for the NIT with 20 wins a year ago, so they are hoping for well beyond that this season. The 9-2 start and undefeated with that guy, Jalen Adams, in the lineup.
The NCAA tournament does sometimes make mistakes.
Well, and you also know how they do that. They'll look at those 2 losses, see he wasn't playing, and that will help out the Bonas as well. We'll see what Adams can do on potentially the Bonnie's last look of the half. He's sitting on 19 points.
Look for him to give it up, and Syracuse did a good job here going into a trap.
What a finish! 21!
So much for the last shot.
See if the Orange can answer. Bonas by 10. Howard. Half-ending 3, and he hits!
Frank Howard had an unbelievable answer, but he had him up in the air. He had Adams up in the air. All he had to do was lean in a little bit to him. He could have picked up a really good foul, but I think Syracuse will take that 3-pointer going into halftime.
Bonas by 7 at the break as Jalen Adams is leading the way tonight in the Dome. 21 points for Jalen Adams, more than half of St. Bonaventure. Things have been going great in your area. We see the graduation rate has been rising year after year.
Yeah, we're really excited this year, especially with the highest graduation rate we've had, 91 for the GSR, which is the way that the NCAA actually tracks how well we're doing graduating our student athletes over the course of time. It doesn't penalize us for students who transfer in or transfer out in good standing. So 91 puts us in the top 10 in the Power 5 conferences, which is pretty incredible.
And it's been a steady progress up the line here as we can see some of the schools that you are now involved in. What's really been done in your department to get these numbers up over the last 5 years or so?
It's such a good question, and I'm so happy to say how much the university has really invested into our student athletes. My office in particular, over the past 5 years, the number of staff members have increased doubly. And what we do with our student athletes, we spend 100% of our time making sure that they have what they need to be successful in the classroom. You're right. We just finished up finals, the week before last, and grades are in. We had another just stellar semester. Our academic progress rate last year was the highest we've ever had, and We know what those numbers will be next spring. We can't release them yet, but what I can tell you that it'll be actually better than it was last year. And so having great graduation rates, having great APR translates into great student athletes. You can't have that without great faculty members, great support from our university, the provost, the chancellor, our athletic director, our coaches, everyone. It's a team effort to have these types of results.
That's APR, Tommy. That's kind of the term that fans would know, and that it's involved in eligibility and things for stuff. How much do you have to deal with that number? But the GSR, what you're talking about, is probably more important overall when you're talking about graduating student athletes.
Yeah, and the APR is supposed to sort of predict a graduation rate, but when these come out, and I think it's important, the GSR is 91, but if you look at the federal rate, that's where you can really compare us apples to apples between the student athletes and the students on campus. We're at 81, and if you look at that graphic, we're at top 7 or top 8 in the Power 5 as well. And so the most important thing is that translates into actual student athletes walking out of Syracuse University with a college degree and becoming alumni. And that's really what we all in this business for, right?
We saw the numbers there, but going up through the years. And I know you've had a lot of programs, too, of helping out players whose eligibility has been exhausted coming back to finish up that degree.
Yeah, and that's really helped out our basketball program. As we get guys who go off and maybe have a chance to play a little professional ball, the opportunity for them to come back and actually finish and graduate really helps our APR. It helps graduation rates depending on the time that they come back in that window. That is something that I think we're really good at. We bring guys back, they come back, they get a chance to interact with our current players, and then most importantly, they walk out of here with a degree, and that's what we're here for.
That's certainly a program Coach Boeheim's been enthusiastic about over the years, and Tommy, congrats to you on the good work, and keep it up here going forward.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
That is Tommy Powell, assistant provost, as the Orange trailing here at the half to the Bonnies 40-33.
There's a danger to success.
It can bring out your best.
Or lull you into complacency.
You can always be faster.
Woo! Or smarter.
Keep reaching beyond your best, because better is a never-ending quest.
Introducing the all-new Accord, the most impressive Honda ever. Our quest for better never ends.
Raiders-Eagles in the Monday Night Football season finale on Christmas night.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Are you ready?
I love sports. I just wish they could be with me always. They say you don't choose the app chooses you. It is everything I could ever want in a sports companion.
That's okay. This is why we practice.
I can stream the games and shows that I love. And it's there wherever and whenever I need it. I never thought I could find an app that loves sports as much as I do.
Mississippi Mass Choir.
Until now.
What do you think? Hey, think Ben will like it?
Yeah. Was I the only one hearing the angelic music?
I'm serious. I never know what to get him.
Just tell me you got him Fios, too. This is lame. Fios is a 100% fiber optic network. That plus this thick console, he'll be like, what?
Your new tech is best on the 100% fiber optic network. So get Fios, now just $79.99 per month with a 2-year price guarantee with a 2-year agreement.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
To take advantage of this offer on a Volvo S90, visit your local dealer.
The NBA on Christmas Day has just gotten so popular. Now you can stream the games on the ESPN app.
How do we compete?
You know what? If they're going to have a streaming service, then we'll have a streaming service.
Yeah, chimney cam.
Ugh.
Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Oh, Chick-fil-A, oh, Chick-fil-A, you make catering so easy.
Party season is Chick-fil-A catering season.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like pre-shaken sodas. Switch to #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Streaming and gaming are only as good as your internet. So get the best internet with the 100% fiber optic network. With Fios Gigabit connection, you get the fastest internet available with download speeds up to 940 megs, plus TV and phone for just $79.99 per month online, with Showtime and multi-room DVR service included with a 2-year agreement. Switch now and get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Get our best new offer. Go to getfios.com.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
Santa left the Elves off early here, Steve, so I guess they're all ready with the Bonas up 7 at the half, and they got into it on offense in a lot of different ways here in the first half.
Bonaventure did a really good job against the zone, getting the ball in the stalker. You see, finds an open man on the baseline, and then the next time they're worried about the baseline, and he's able to throw it out to Adams for the 3. On the other end, you see here that Syracuse just not getting a hand up in Adams' face there on the 3. He's got NBA range. You got to get out on him. You got to make him do something else with it.
Jalen scored 21 in the first half, and it was hard work for Tyus Battle.
Yeah, they were. They make him play in traffic. There's always 2 men on him in the ball screen with a 3rd man waiting. So it's forced Frank Howard to have to be the one that has to make plays. You see here, poor rotation on St. Bonaventure. The next time he rejects the screen, he's able to get into the paint, find an open Brissett cutting, and that's what Frank's got to continue to do. And I think on the other hand as well, they've got to continue to find, as far as Battle, he's got to be able to become a playmaker for others as well.
The big difference on this stat sheet is 3-point shooting. Bona's 6 of 11 from 3. Most of that is Adams. He's hit 4 out of 5, and they're almost to the double-figure number Coach Schmidt was looking for.
And that's it. You talk to both coaches, and they said the same thing. We got to make shots. Syracuse, 2 of 9. You look at Bonnie's, they're halfway. He said we got to get double figures. And the good thing, if you're Bonaventure looking at it, is a kid like Mobley hasn't even gotten started other than the first 3 that he knocked down to begin the game.
Yeah, Matt Mobley for the Bonas, who averages 36 minutes a game, is their leading scorer with 18 points a game, played just 11 minutes and had the early 3-pointer. Tyus Battle had the Orange's first 5 points, but has not scored since, even though he played all 20 minutes of the first half. Well, the Orange down at halftime at home for the first time this year. We'll see how they rally. They rallied down at the half at Georgetown last weekend from as many as 13 down after halftime. Has trailed by as many as 10 today. It's 7 now after Howard closed the first half with the big 3.
And they're going to have to get it on the defensive end. Syracuse has got to do a better job being active, getting deflections, and trying to get some transition. That's something Syracuse got to come up with right there. There's a loose ball, long rebound. Guards have got to come up with that.
Let's check in with Aaron Fish right now for Coach Boeheim's thoughts at the half.
Hey guys, at the half, Jim Boeheim said that it's like Kansas all over again. He referred to Adams saying, we're letting one guy beat us. We've got to guard that guy. You can't just let him shoot the ball. He's beating us all by himself. Guys?
Well, that was Aaron. Thank you. Certainly the case in the Kansas game for the Orange when Graham got loose for 35 in that game. It's been Jalen Adams with 21 so far. Frank Howard trying to find the range. He ended the half with a 3, and he starts the second half from deep.
That's the way you want to start with Syracuse. They got themselves an offensive rebound, kick out, open 3.
Back to a 4-point game. This was 10 with just seconds to go in the first half.
Watch Stocker. He's dangerous right here. He can, got him moving a little too fast. So dangerous. His feet couldn't keep up with his body.
That's really the first time in the game it's gone awry from there.
Here you see here a second effort play. Syracuse gets an offensive rebound, kick out here. And those are some nice threes. Those inside-out threes when you're stepping into it. No hand in your face. Frank did a good job in knocking that shot down for the Orange.
Here's Howard. Tyus battle quiet in the first half, and now Howard returns the favor with a travel of his own.
And Bonaventure's doing a good job. They're showing different looks to battle. Sometimes they're turning them down when it's a 3 to 4 type of ball screen. They're switching it, so they're just giving him different looks. He's not seeing the same thing, so he's very uncomfortable coming off the ball screens.
You say St. Bonaventure has started the second half kind of with that small unit, some form of it they ended the first half in. Don't have Josh Ianni on the court right now as their starting center, nor Amadi Akizi, their backup center.
And Syracuse really hasn't been able to take advantage of that small lineup getting inside in any way, shape, or form.
Late shot clock for Mobley. He got away with steps. Taki finishes.
They missed that call. Well, Syracuse got to handle the adversity right now. Got to have a good possession.
This matchup has been fun to watch all day. Howard and Adams. Brissett attacks. Can't quite finish.
Turning into a little bit of a one-on-one game for Syracuse. You can tell they're trying to go to Brissett right now, trying to get him going. You can see some frustration right now on the face of Battle. You know he wants to get going. He's got to be able to get it going for himself on the defensive end. He's got to get a steal. He's got to get something in transition, because in the half court, it's become near impossible for him to get a good look today.
Stockard again at that high post spot. He'll toss one up and miss.
Syracuse got to go. They got to go right now. Can't walk it up, let the defense set. Frank's got to push the pace. They're just getting into a half-court game. On misses and turnovers, Syracuse has to look to run.
Howard overshoots Chukwu and turns it over. Mobley pulls up and hits.
He had Adams wide open from 3, but you know, Mobley's got that shooter's mentality, and he's been on the bench too much in the first half. He's got to get his going.
That's the leading scorer who had to get parked on the bench with 2, then 3 fouls in the first half.
Anybody else takes that shot, they get yelled at. Other than him, it's all right.
Here's the Orange leading scorer, Battle, fighting just to get the ball. He had 13 against Buffalo on Tuesday. That was the lowest he'd had all year in a game where he hadn't been hurt. Got knocked out of the Toledo game. And here a charge is called on Tyus, perhaps trying to do too much.
We'll see here, it's the play before. We have a turnover on the lob. And then as Mobley's going, you're going to see Adams here spotting up with his finger. He wants it. Mobley says, nuh-uh, I got to get mine going here. We're a double threat. It's not a one-man show.
You're right. Anyone else is going straight to the bench on that one. Short corner. Griffin stuffed by Brissett.
He's taking it hard, though. He's taking it hard. If you're Bonaventure, that's what you want.
The lob to Chukwu. He missed the dunk.
I've never seen the rim block more dunks in my life.
It's been active on both ends.
It's usually Chukwu the one getting the blocks. Today it's the rim.
That's it. Pascal had 8 blocks on Tuesday against Buffalo. The rim's up to about 4 or 5 tonight.
Poor Griffin. He's been stuffed by the rim 3 times.
And the lead is leaked back out to 8 here.
Now they got Mobley in the middle, kind of stepping him out.
There's Mobley. Howard closest in the zone.
Griffin's been looking for that lob on the baseline for a while.
Mobley inside. Griffin again can't finish. Dolezaj that time with the D.
And this is where Syracuse has got to get it. They keep pulling it back out, letting the defense set. I think they've got to look for early offense.
That has not been there yet today for the Orange. Howard. Straight on. Looking for a third 3. No good.
Good contest. Adams got out there, got a hand up, made it a tough shot.
Stockard again.
Good hands by Dolezaj. Got his hands in there, knocked it off his chest.
The lead was 7 at the half, trimmed to 4, back to 8 for the Bunnies in the Dome.
The wind of change is coming.
Told you.
The NBA on Christmas Day has just gotten so popular. Now you can stream the games on the ESPN app.
How do we compete?
You know what? If they're going to have a streaming service, then we'll have a streaming service.
Yeah, chimney cam.
Ugh.
They say you don't choose the app. The app chooses you. It can stream the games and shows that I love. And it's there whenever I need it.
Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world, nah. But it won't mean nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Coco Mademoiselle. Chanel.
We can call in and ask.
Okay, well, that's something, I guess.
Hey, can you help me get the house ready for the party?
Sure. Alexa, play the Yule log.
That doesn't count.
Okay. Alexa, turn up the thermostat temperature.
Okay. Are you really still on the sofa?
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like pre-shaken sodas. Switch to #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
Favorite present would have to be the GameCube I got when I was 7 or 8. I think I was 8 years old, and I love video games, so that's what started the trend right there.
I want to go to Tyus' house. They got the good gifts over there. This side down 8, and bags are packed in the Orange locker room right now, Aaron. A lot of the guys getting ready to go home for Christmas. It's not quite an option, is it, for Marek Dolezaj this year?
Yeah, although Marek Dolezaj can't fly home to Slovakia, he has a little bit of Slovakia here in Syracuse for the holiday. A family friend who moved here from Slovakia to Syracuse about 15 years ago kindly offered to let Marek join her and her family for Christmas this year, which he is very much looking forward to. As for the rest of the team, they have a couple of days off to get home, but they have to be back here for practice on Christmas afternoon, guys.
All right, Aaron, the famous Coach Boeheim Christmas Day practice is Marek Dolezaj finding a little Slovakia here in the Cuse. Pretty cool.
Good step back there by Tyus. Battle almost went down for him, and that's how he's going to just have to create his own shot by stepping back off the bounce.
Tyus still stuck on those just 5 points from early on. Shaquille loses it over the far sideline. We see this locked-in Bonas team, and we know this. Hey, these guys are itching to get out of here. You get a few days off. St. Bonaventure, knowing how big of a game it is for them, there was no thinking about those types of things for the Bonas.
This is the Christmas present for Bonnie's playing Syracuse, and I think that's what Coach sold them on is take advantage of this gift, this precious present you have right here today to come into the Carrier Dome and show the world what you can do, and really they're doing it.
They got to unwrap things early. Here's Battle and Howard. Howard, the floater, can't connect. Another rebound lands with Adams. 7 rebounds for the point guard.
Right here, see if he can score with a big guy. They're going to lock out all the other defenders.
Stockard in trouble, but got it back to Mobley.
Short clock right now. He's tough with the ball.
Long three. Oh my!
And that's uncontested. Battle's got to push up, especially with Mobley. That's his game.
The lead 11, the largest of the night. Another run, this time 7-0. Howard nearly lost it. Who will lead the offense for Syracuse? Brissett trying, but travels.
You'll see here at the end of the shot clock, Battle's got to push up right now. He's giving him too much space. End of shot clock. He's worried about the screen. He's got to get up into the ball and make him drive. In that case, he got the rhythm dribble, and Mobley made him pay.
11-point game here in the Dome. It was about this point a week ago. The Orange were down 13 to the Hoyas. Came back and won. And finally, Griffin finishes.
Griffin's been sniffing. He's been pointing up for that lob all game long, and it was a matter of time before he snuck behind Chuhu and got that.
Timeout, Orange. Ladarian Griffin on the feed from Adams. Bonaventure, its largest lead of the night.
The wind of change is coming. Told you.
When kids get really excited about my children's books, that's the best reaction. What's great about Paint 3D, it's exciting to see a shark come to life and come off the page. When the work creates a feeling in a kid, it feels great. It's addictive. You want to keep doing it.
Raiders-Eagles in the Monday Night Football season finale on Christmas night.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
I got your back. You get mine. All right, let's go. 1 on 3, 1, 2, 3, win.
Two of the most passionate fan bases in the game. I cannot wait to see the atmosphere in Philly. It's going to be absolutely electric.
Monday Night Football, Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Are you ready?
The NBA on Christmas Day has just gotten so popular. Now you can stream the games on the ESPN app.
How do we compete?
You know what? If they're going to have a streaming service, then we'll have a streaming service.
Yeah, chimney cam.
Ugh.
They say you don't choose the app. The app chooses you. It can stream the games and shows that I love, and it's there whenever I need it.
9-0 run right now, Steve, for St. Bonaventure.
You'll see here the last few baskets they've gotten to have just been plays where they're able to penetrate, score inside at the end of the shot clock, knock down a three, and then you see the exclamation point here at the very end, just being able to go over the top of the zone. You could see all this stuff starting to come together for Bonaventure. As the game started, they were able to develop some outside threes. Then they started working the high-low, and now they got the lob. All three areas, Bonaventure's been able to exploit Syracuse's zone here this evening.
And that lob, you had to worry about Adam shooting the three, right? And then the back end comes open. Orange down 13, as they were at Georgetown.
And now, if Syracuse can get a read, ooh, there's a block.
Adams thought he was off to the races, but had no room to maneuver.
He's quick, but nothing's going to get by Mr. Anderson.
Well, the way Adams has had his night going, he might as well try it, right? Nothing has gone wrong for him tonight.
And you know, and you think about the Georgetown game, Syracuse, you know they got that press. Bonnie's got good guards. However, you can't press if you can't score. And Bonnie's done a good job doing that.
Can Battle heat up? Not yet. Here's Mobley. Transition three. Back iron.
Go. Syracuse got to run before it gets set.
Again, it will be a half-court offense.
Oh, he had it.
Howard. Brissett finishes.
Frank Howard has done a tremendous job today. He's the one Syracuse player that's been able to find people for easy baskets.
It's down to 11. Here comes the Dome crowd. Adams starts the offense. Taki.
Syracuse left the right guy open, and Taki knocked it down. That ball gets in the high post. You got to pick your poison sometimes. Battle picked the right guy, and that shot went up, and that's just been the day Bonnie's been having.
Yeah, that is not really what they're looking for, and still it goes down. Dolajai. Now the Bonnie's crowd in force. Brissett. He was so huge in that comeback from 13 down at Georgetown when he had 24 in the second half in overtime. Chukwu inside off the mark. And it's either out of bounds or a shot clock violation. Take your pick.
Bonnie's is scrapping right now. Syracuse has got the ball right to the rim, just haven't been able to knock it down.
The Bonnies have never won in this building. Lead by 13.
The wind of change is coming.
Told you.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
Monday Night Football. Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Bonnies by 13 here in the Dome. Ryan Higgins alongside Steve Evans, and St. Bonaventure's defense at Tyus Battle's been outstanding.
Everything Tyus had to do has been one-on-one. You see, the only way he can create space is by a step-back shot. So you see here, he's taking it in, step back, and that's the only shot he's been able to get today that he's been able to get somewhat uncontested. And you look at somebody that's been averaging, over 20 points a game. Tonight, he's 2 for 10. He's got 5 points. You see Syracuse's press now. Hopefully some of this up-tempo can lead to some transition baskets for Syracuse.
2 for 10, Steve. He's missed his last 6 shots after scoring Syracuse's first 5 points tonight. Mobley in transition against the press. Ball flies out of Griffin's hands and away. Dolezaj, the defense.
Bonaventure beat that press probably about as good as you can do out of the timeout. You knew they were ready for it.
Well, the press has been a weapon at times this year. They'll do it now without either of their centers on the court. Dolezaj playing that role. He's fouled.
Talk about somebody like Taki being a glue guy. Right now, he's all over Battle. And it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but he's playing an important part for his team, and that's why he's on the floor.
Well, if you want to know why a guy who scores less than 5 points a game is a 3-time captain, there's your answer. Here's a tough Battle pull-up. Maybe that gets Tyus going. The fist pump on top of it.
Surprised Syracuse didn't get into the press after the made shot. You know darn well Coach Boeheim's a little frustrated with his team. Happy with the basket. Unfortunately, they forgot they're supposed to press.
The crowd again in the Dome. Here's Adams. Lost it.
Give it up.
Battle. And he lost it. No foul call.
See a great defense here, getting it out in transition. Came right across the arm. Referee just wasn't in position to make that call. He's got to get some help from somebody else out there. Just behind the plate, couldn't see it.
Great look on that baseline angle. It looked like Tyus got hit right in the left arm. 11-point game. Adams fouled.
Yeah, just like it's a team game, it's a team game for officials as well. And that play right there, the lead official needed to get some help from the person coming in behind. Unfortunately, didn't get it. So what looked like a good play defensively was actually a foul. St. Bonaventure got away with one.
That foul there, the third on Dolezaj. And they'll avoid issues by flipping to the backcourt and Taki. Halfway done after halftime, St. Bonaventure up 11 in the Dome. Mobley. The corner Griffin, who may have gotten away with stiffs. Now Stockard can't finish. Can this guy, Tyus Battle, get it going? Pull up three.
Syracuse got to get back.
Taki ahead. Griffin and Battle got back on defense. Remains Bonnie's ball, but Tyus a spectacular block.
Some end-to-end action going on here. You see he's going hard up with authority. Tyus does a great job of getting around and getting all ball there. That was a great defensive play by Battle.
You can see the frustration on his face, though. That has got to be going back to his last three not dropping. More than 20 points a game this season for Battle. Just 7 right now. Here's Stockard. Into the chest of Dolezaj. Steal by Howard. He's fouled.
Syracuse is making them play one-on-one when that ball goes into the high post, and they did a good job of getting out onto the shooters, and then Frank Howard did a good job of reaching in and getting that steal.
Third on Stockard. Well, we had all those fouls in the first half. Not a lot here in the second, but the whistle's picking up a bit here recently. We'll see if that first half foul trouble comes back to bite anybody. Nobody has 4 as of yet.
Both teams are playing extremely hard right now. Until it's crunch time. In the next 4 minutes, Syracuse got to get this in a manageable game. Battle did a good job. That time, no help from Bonaventure. You can see as the game is going on now, fatigue starting to set in. Some of those plays where Bonaventure was sending 2 and 3 guys, now the lane opened up. Tyus takes advantage of it, and he's definitely trying to take over this game.
Courtney Stockard just picked up his 3rd and 4th fouls on consecutive possessions. And he's been the guy at the foul line on offense for St. Bonaventure.
And as much as that foul trouble in the beginning helped Bonaventure by the change of their lineup. Now with Ikpeazi coming back in, you just wonder if Coach Boeheim, and he's going to make the change to get Dolezaj out at the center. Because Dolezaj, there's no way he's matching up with Ikpeazi inside.
They'll take Moyer out instead, slide Dolezaj to the forward. Chukwu in center, and the Orange also use the timeout to set their press.
A lot of energy right now from Syracuse.
Poked out by Battle.
Now Bonaventure can't run the baseline because the ball was deflected out of bounds, so that changes things a little bit. Last time Mobley, when he entered it, he just went a million miles an hour down the floor, so got to watch the inbounder.
See if they can get it to their point guard, Jalen Adams, currently guarded by Battle. Adams fell down with a timeout called by Mobley.
Right now, this is where Bonaventure's got to show their composure, show that they've been in these tough games before. They've been on the road, I'm sure many a times, tough environment, but it always changes here in the Carrier Dome when that volume starts to shake the roof.
You've been asking for the press here, Steve. Can this help Syracuse right now? We know how good these Bonnie guards are.
Well, right now, the half-court defense is not working for Syracuse. If they're going to change the game, they got to roll the dice here. They got to do something. Right now, there's too much of a cushion, and Bonnie's is in too much of a rhythm with their offense in the half-court. So at least if Bonaventure beats this press and they play faster, it could lead to threes that Syracuse can then run with if they miss. Now, Bonaventure makes layups and threes in transition, then the press didn't work. But that's what Coach Boeheim's doing. He's rolling the dice right now.
Well, St. Bonaventure has the 9-point lead, but this guy, Jalen Adams, we see his numbers, he hasn't scored yet in the second half.
And he's sneaky like that. He's going to make the big shot. Yeah. Trust me. He is just biding his time. His team's got a nice lead. That's what point guards do. If his team's playing well, he doesn't need to. First half, he had to step up and make every big play for Bonaventure to have the lead.
Dome alive right now. Taki,
there's
stolen.
A foul and
Howard could not complete the and one. He'll shoot a pair.
Interesting to watch right now to see how Adams handles this pressure. Right now, you're seeing his size being a factor where he can't get open. The Syracuse guards are taking him out of the game right now, forcing other people to dribble, and ended up in a turnover with Syracuse getting a chance for two at the line with Howard.
Howard will shoot the pair. We're talking about the size of the guards. Adams is 6'2". He's a big dude, but he's 6'2". Howard 6'5". Battle 6'6".
And this is a key free throw here. The made free throw allows Syracuse to set the pressure.
And they will.
They got to get up right now. Don't let Adams get it. Make it hard for him to get the ball.
Adams has not gotten free yet. Instead, Griffin across the midcourt line, and he was not comfortable dealing with the 3-on-2 numbers.
Shot clock's down to 20 now. A little bit different rhythm for Bonaventure here getting into their offense. This is a big possession for both teams.
Adams. Hounded by Howard. Now Battle. There's Griffin along two. Can't hit.
And that's a shot he can make. He can knock that shot down, but the pressure of the game right now is starting to mount for everybody.
Still, though, an 8-point lead for St. Bonaventure. Not beaten in the Orange since 1981. Brissett drives, fouls. And that's what O'Shea has been doing the last couple weeks. Third foul on Adams.
Possession was a little bit stagnant. Syracuse looked like they're not sure what they wanted, but the idea right now, it looks like whether it be Brissett or whether it be Battle, but to get into one of their hands, let them play one-on-one with it.
Another double-double for O'Shea tonight. 12 points, 10 boards. Missed the free throw. Don't know what everyone's rebounding for. That was a shooting foul. It's the edge of the game right now. Everyone's hyped up.
It's within reach, you know, and that's why you start wondering, do you need to press? Do you not need to press? There's still 8 minutes. There's a lot of time. If Syracuse is going to press, it's important that they knock down this free throw.
Same as last time, which Howard did, and Brissett does as well.
You watch Adams. They're going to try to take him out of the game right now, not let him get the ball.
He cannot get free. Mobley now finds his point guard at long last. See if Adams can settle things. The lob! Defended, and Dolezaj rebounds and is fouled. That's the fourth foul on Ikpeazi.
Peasy's like a bull in a china shop.
The crowd into it in the dome. Orange down 7, but coming back.
Sweden's greetings from Volvo. This holiday season, celebrate the beauty of family with our holiday offers on cars like the XC90. With more intuitive safety innovations, you can keep the ones who matter most safe.
Raiders-Eagles in the Monday Night Football season finale on Christmas night.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Are you ready?
They say you don't choose the app. The app chooses you. It can stream the games and shows that I love, and it's there whenever I need it.
Jalen Adams still leading all scorers in the dome. He's got 21, but Steve, none this half, and he has been harassed in the press here recently.
Yeah, I think the same thing that was done to battle in the first half and throughout the game with Bonaventure taking him out. Syracuse done a good job of really making him work for everything, especially now with the pressure. It's just really going to try to wear him down here the last 8 minutes.
The score in the second half is 11-11. It feels like a lot more than that has happened. That's in 12 minutes of basketball.
And you know, the other thing is Syracuse had a chance. They've been to the free throw line. They've had a chance to score. Right now, shooting just 59% with 13 for 22 from the foul line. Those points are starting to add up because this could be a game, it'll be much closer right now.
Orange will have 2 missed free throws at the line in the last 3 possessions. Final 8 minutes in the dome. Howard, Adams fell. Howard rises. Peasy playing with the 4 fouls, snags the rebound.
We'll see how Bonaventure handles this adversity. Right now, kind of the air's kind of come back down in the dome, a little bit quiet. It was getting loud.
Adams. Nice pass inside. Peasy finishes and is fouled.
How about the fine from Adams, just getting through the trap. Everyone thinks it's about him. Here he is finding the open man underneath. Syracuse has got to get a deflection on that, and a good strong finish by Peasy, getting up to the rim and taking it down.
Peasy's free throw will not drop. Chukwu had to fight long and hard for the rebound. That last foul was the 3rd on Dolezaj.
Trying to get the ball into the paint here. Nice move by the young fella.
Dolezaj can't finish.
Syracuse got to get some people on the floor.
Arrow points the Orange way. But still down 9 here, Steve. The Syracuse just can't quite get a foothold.
Yeah, Dolezaj made a huge shot last game against Buffalo. I thought it was the same type of thing. He got himself into the paint. He collected good. Just didn't knock it down.
Orange to get a fresh shot clock out of it.
Big possession here for Syracuse. Oh, they turned it over right out of the timeout. It's the second time in 2 games we've had a careless turnover on an out-of-bounds play for Syracuse.
Miscommunication between Howard and Brissett.
Now, can Bonaventure capitalize on Syracuse's mistake?
Bucket here would push the lead north of 10 again. Mobley.
Good trap.
The 3. Griffin stuck.
Under the shot clock. Got to press up on him.
Adams throws it away.
I think coach can live with that turnover. Turnovers that go through the baseline allow you to set your defense. If that ball had stayed on the floor, you're looking at a transition break for Syracuse.
So the Orange walk it up, down by 9. Battle, yet to get going. Pulled up for 3, decided to pass it, and another turnover. Contagious at both ends right now.
Yeah, you can tell both teams are a little fatigued here right now. They've been fighting hard. Syracuse is setting up their press again.
Near turnover, then Adams is fouled by Dolezaj. That is his 4th.
It's only the 4th team, so Syracuse will be setting up again in their pressure. Bonnie's been giving them different looks, too. It's not the same press break offense every time, so you can tell they're well-skilled, well-coached.
But at 5 count, another turnover. So that is now 4 consecutive turnovers, 2 at each end.
Syracuse just seems like they need one big play right here. Get them back into where it becomes a ball game with 5 minutes to go.
If the Orange can convert off this turnover, the Bonnies have turned it over 13 times in the game. 10 have come this half. Griffin getting in the face of Brissett and Chukwu. A little chippy tonight, and it's been a really good game. Here's Battle. Through traffic. Fouled. That will be shots for Tyus.
The thing Battle did on that, too, is he went right away. He went quick with the ball. He didn't sit there and play with it. He attacked the defense. That's what he's going to have to do. He's got to look to attack in transition, attack early in the offense. But once the defense gets set, everybody can sag in, and it makes it really difficult for him.
Battle finally in double figures now with 10. Orange still within striking distance, down 8.
Coach Boeheim makes a good substitution in here. Getting a guy to the table after the made free throw allows your team to set the defense, and this is where Syracuse has been really effective against Georgetown. Adams got it that time too easy. He walked with it.
And turned it over anyway. An 11th Bonnie turnover after halftime.
We'll see how Bonaventure handles this adversity right now. Still a lot of time.
Orange have given it away plenty themselves after halftime. But the Bonnies have now had 3 straights on consecutive possessions.
This is scary.
Chukwu not where he wants to be.
All right, Frank's got to get the ball, settle him down here.
Howard holds back near midcourt.
Battle wants it, you can tell.
Calling for it. Howard, though, for Brissett, and the Orange give it away. A 9th Syracuse turnover this half.
Nice back cut by Brissett. Unfortunately, just for Syracuse, they just miscommunication in the handoff.
Orange have not had a field goal in more than 5 minutes now. Only points coming at the line. Another near turnover. Mobley 2-on-1. Now he drives. Can't finish over Chukwu.
And that's the play. Even though Syracuse is pressing, this is changing the game right here.
Battle. Can't finish. Comes out to Adams.
He's got Mobley here in transition, but they're looking to pull it out right now.
Starting to think about the clock with 5:15 to go. A 7-point lead. A building the Bonnies have never won in. A series they haven't won in since 1981. Mobley for 3. Ed Corbett took a tumble right in front of us. He's back up. Here's Howard driving and fouled on the floor. Crowd wants the end one. That was a foul prior to the shot, so says Jeffrey Anderson. Will be a 1-and-1.
see here. I do think the foul was on the floor. He got him right here before he went up. NBA, that's a and one continuation, but not in college.
More importantly than 1-1 or 2, that was the 4th foul on Jalen Adams. He, of course, will stay in.
And the game has gotten chippy a little bit. There's been a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. He's got to be careful here, Jalen Adams, make sure he doesn't lose his head and realize he's got 4 fouls. His team needs him on the floor.
A 1-1 for Howard. 3 of 6 tonight.
Free throw shooting. Think about how important it is in a game like this. Syracuse scored a majority of their baskets, seems, at the foul line here today.
And no field goals in nearly 6 minutes now for Syracuse, but still they trim the lead.
Once again, Coach Boeheim utilizes the substitution to get Dolezaj in now to set up the pressure.
Dolezaj will have to be careful. He plays with 4 fouls. Adams, a dangerous pass. Taki, transition, Griffin, blocked.
Syracuse got a chance to run now.
Within 5.
They're cross-matched. They got guys on different people. This is a good time for Frank to go on him one-on-one.
Drives on Griffin and finishes.
Syracuse up in the press again.
The lead 13 down to 3.
This is where that's not the foul you want. If you're Syracuse, that's just a silly foul on Brissett. No need to do that.
That's what Tyus Battle was telling the freshman from Canada. Not the bonus yet, though.
Syracuse has chipped away at this lead. It's down to 3 with 4 minutes. You've got the 6th man in the Carrier Dome helping them. A lot of energy in the building.
Adams.
This is where he's dangerous.
Now Taki. Griffin drives. Mobley for Adams. Still scoreless this half. Adams, a collision, a foul on the floor with 1 on the shot clock.
I don't know where he was going with that. 1 second, Syracuse bailed out there with the foul.
The orange defense getting Syracuse back in the game.
Hi guys, so this is the all-new Chevy Equinox.
It's gorgeous.
It offers rear seat reminder, built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and Teen Driver technology.
It's crazy.
Now to get all these features, you'd need all 6 of those crossovers.
That's insane.
Yep, and you still wouldn't get everything that's in this Equinox.
Wow. 6 cars in one.
Yeah.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get $4,500 below MSRP on this 2018 Chevy Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Raiders-Eagles in the Monday Night Football season finale on Christmas night.
Coach, what could be better than this? We get to unwrap the best present of all.
I got your gun. You get mine. All right, let's go. 1 on 3, 1, 2, 3, win.
2 of the most passionate fan bases in the game. I cannot wait to see the atmosphere in Philly. It's going to be absolutely electric.
Monday Night Football, Raiders, Eagles, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Are you ready?
It's a one-possession game as we hit the final 4 minutes. And, Steve, part of that reason is the orange press is causing havoc at both ends of the court.
Sometimes when people see the press with Syracuse, they think it's about getting steals. Sometimes it's about forcing a team to go 2-on-1. You can see, does Bonaventure want to slow it down and set it up, or do they want to take advantage of it? You see both these times, Bonnie's has gone with it. They've beaten the press, and they've tried to attack the basket. And he may have gotten hit, but that ball left his hands before he went up. So it changes the tempo of the game. If you don't want the 2-on-1, you pull it out. It forces you to feel like we didn't just take advantage of that, coach. We should have went. And then when you do and you don't get it, it's an empty feeling. And Syracuse has definitely got the momentum back in their hands right now, even though they're down 3.
The Orange on a 12-2 run. I hesitate to call the run. It's taken 7 minutes. And during that time, they forced 8 St. Bonaventure turnovers, but have forced their way back in the game.
You see they got Stockard in the middle. They had a lot of success with him early in the game, playing in that position.
He's back in with 4 fouls, but the Bonnies and Griffin turn it over.
Great deflection and steal by Brissett out of the zone right there.
A 13th turnover this half for St. Bonaventure.
Adams got to be careful about picking up a foul on the drive. You want to get it out of Dolage's hands.
Jalen Adams, remember, playing with 4 fouls right now. Battle for the tie. Stockard the rebound.
It's a solid contest by Bonaventure. Right up there, tough shot there by Battle.
Tie is now 3 out of 14 for the night. Final 3 minutes of a 3-point game.
Want to get Stockard back in that high post again.
Taki. Now Griffin at the free throw line. Can't stretch the lead. Dolezaj the glass.
Looking like they might try to go to Brissett here.
O'Shea pops to the free throw line.
Having a hard time getting the ball. They want him to go one-on-one, take it.
The launch.
Syracuse is settled for two jump shots, where they got to go to the basket this time of the game. And how about the hustle from Dolezaj there, getting that extra possession.
That's the 4th foul on Mobley.
This kid has a nose for the ball. He keeps balls alive for Syracuse. He hunts down loose balls, and he impacts the game. And now he's got a chance here at the free throw line to draw it within 1.
8 rebounds tonight for Merrick. Now 7 points, missing the front end. Still a 3-point game. St. Bonaventure's led by as many as 13.
Adams been quiet the whole second half. Look for him to be involved here in this possession. Gonna win it or lose it with him.
He had 21 in the first half, Steve, has still not scored in the second. Taki. Pull up. No.
Syracuse did a great job there, not only taking Adams, but also taking Mobley out of that possession, forcing somebody else to beat you with Taki with the ball.
Bonnie's haven't had a field goal in more than 5 minutes. Battle. Can't finish. Ahead. Taki falling down. Ball's out of bounds. And Taki looks to be hurt under the basket.
He really came down awkward with that. And sometimes you get a lob pass like that. You don't know where you are when you catch it. Didn't know how close he was or how far he was away from the basket. Really came down awkwardly.
Took off and came down awkwardly.
Frank Howard did not do a good job here getting back on defense. Let somebody leak out. You see his ankle there. Just kind of went on him. Caught it. Just the ankle just went on him right there. He had no lift.
You could see him roll it, trying to take off. Back on his feet, though. That's a good sign.
The out of bounds call was a good call by the referee on the baseline there. You saw it went off Bonaventure's. You got Syracuse ball. Down 3 with 1:40. Just like we drew it up, right?
Free time out there for Coach Boeheim to draw some stuff up. Who do you think he goes for now?
Well, it's been hard to get the ball to Battle. That's the easy thing. Get the ball to Battle, let him do his thing. But Bonaventure, they're ready for that. The person that they're going to try to get it to in some ways in this circumstance the last few games has been Brissett. And if Brissett can't get it, it's been Frank Howard at the end of the shot clock trying to make something happen.
Frank hit the clutch 3 on Tuesday night against Buffalo to give Syracuse the lead for good. Orange down 3 now. Final 90 seconds. Howard for set. Drives. Chukwu. And finishes and one. That was last on the list of options, and the Orange a chance to tie it.
All game long, Syracuse has had this height advantage inside, and with a minute 20 left is when it finally comes to bite Bonaventure inside, with Chukwu being able to get the and one and the finish.
The foul was the 5th on Amani Ekpezi. He fouls out with 1:18 to go. The teams will huddle. And now the Orange have, Steve, a free throw shooter in Pascal Chukwu, who's making 46% of the year, with a chance to tie this game up.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice Christmas present if this free throw goes in. But at the same time, Bonaventure and Syracuse, they need to keep their composure. There's a minute 18. There's a lot of plays to be had. You can't get caught up on the last play, good, bad, whatever it is. You have to quickly get to the next play with a minute 18 to go. A lot left can happen in this game.
We talked about the foul trouble. Ekpezi is the first to foul out. The Orange have Chukwu and Dolajai playing with 4. St. Bonaventure has their star backcourt, Mobley and Adams, now playing at 4.
Syracuse knows Chukwu's probably going to miss this free throw, so you got to watch for Dolajai. He's got those long arms. Watch out for a back tap here, something to give Syracuse another possession if this doesn't go in.
Chukwu was ready to shoot it.
God. Looked like it looked like the Harlem Globetrotters coming in.
Jeffrey Anderson ran in from the sideline.
Not sure what
Jim
that was all
Boeheim,
about.
like us, confused.
But they had a confetti ball or something. Oh boy!
Chukwu ties the game.
Guess you need to ice them.
53 apiece. Timeout, St. Bonaventure. It's a 9-0 Orange run to even it.
Two teams that play in the 70s are playing a game at 53 right now. Hard to believe, as ugly as it's been a very exciting, compelling game here in the second half.
All right, what do you do, Steve, now if you're St. Bonaventure? They have not scored in more than 6 minutes. How do you get the offense going one more time?
They've got to go back to what was working for them earlier. They need to get that ball into Stockard, into the high post, and let good things happen. Move the ball, get Mobley possibly on the baseline, moving around, and hopefully, for their sake, if they can get it into the middle, they can find an open man. Syracuse has done a great job in the second half. When the ball does get into the middle, they've done a good job of getting out to the shooters and forcing that person to play one-on-one. So I look for Stockard to get the ball in the high post, possibly go 1-on-1 against Chukwu.
St. Bonaventure stretched the lead to 13. It was 51-38 with 11:45 to go. They have 2 points sets. Adams for the lead. Rebound belongs to the Bonnies.
Big rebound by Taki, keeping that possession alive.
Final minute.
Looks like Bonnies might want to get a timeout right here to get something set. Last time, Adams got a good look off of that high ball screen. Syracuse got to make sure that they get a hand up on him, make him anything he's going to take has got to be a difficult shot.
St. Bonaventure takes its final timeout with 47 seconds left, and we are deadlocked at 53 apiece. One field goal for the Bonnies in the last 11 minutes, and still, Steve, they have a chance to win this game right now.
And Syracuse, you know, when you do get a miss like that, you got to take advantage of it and get the rebound. You see Adams here, high ball screen. He got off a decent look, good contest, but this is the blockout, and this is the rebound Brissett needed to come down with. You see Bonnie's just out hustling them right now and getting an extra possession. Syracuse, first shot defense at the end of the game, but it's never the first shot that beats you at the end of games. It's always the second shot and the putback that hurts you.
Do you go for Adams again here?
I think they go back to the same thing they did before. Look, you see Adams here Second half, no points, 5 turnovers, not the best, but I still think you dance with the girl you take to the dance. And if I'm Coach Schmidt, I'm looking at getting that ball to Adams or possibly Mobley and living with those two guys. They're the ones that got you here. They're the ones that got to bring it home for the Bonos.
A week ago Saturday in Rochester, the Bodies play a game there every year. It was Matt Mobley who beat Vermont with a 3 in the waning seconds.
And Mobley didn't make a shot the whole game. So he's not going to be shy to take the big shot.
Adams
15.
and Mobley.
Here's Mobley running the baseline right now. You got to know where he is.
Final 10 of the shot clock. Adams, Mobley bobbled the catch. Just 5 to shoot. In trouble. Mobley a long 3. Could not do it. Rebounds out of bounds. Who did hit?
There's that first shot. Got to get the rebound. Referees getting together, trying to see who it came off. We'll check the replay. To me, it looked like it might have gone off of Dolge's knee. You see right here.
They're going to overturn that. The referees ruled it Syracuse ball, but it looks like it hits Dolge's knee.
See the knee coming around. There's the hand. It went hand to knee, or it went hand.
That other angle looked more hand. Well, they got a fun job over there right now.
Yeah.
Both angles, I have 2 distinctly different opinions.
You got to see if the ball changes. If anything in that ball kind of changes. When there's no doubt it hit the hand, the Bonas player, but did it go off Dolge's knee afterwards?
Well, this is huge. The shot clock is off regardless. Whomever ends up with the ball can potentially hold for the final shot of the game.
The way the ball ricocheted.
So that other baseline angle may have been
they gave the ball to Syracuse. That was the call.
The initial ruling was Syracuse, so they have to see something definitive to overturn it. Let's take a look again from the baseline.
Not sure if the baseline official is going to be able to see it. And remember, from this angle, it's so far away. It's a tough angle to see it. There's the hand, and that's possibly the knee.
Does that ball hit Dolge's knee? That is what our 3 officials are trying to determine right now. Ed Corbett, Jeffrey Anderson at the monitor.
And if it's so now, as you're coaching right now, you've got to be planning for both. If we have the ball, what are we going to do? If we are on defense, what do we think they're going to run against us? So this time is very important for both teams, but neither of them know what's going to happen.
And again, whomever ends up with the ball, it will be with the shot clock off in a tie game and the potential to hold for the game winner.
Sometimes in cases like this, you want your kid to tell you the truth. Did the ball hit off you? Did it go off? Let me know, because you can plan. If it did go off Dolge, Syracuse knows what they're going to do defensively.
There's going to be a strong reaction from this crowd either way, and they are taking a really, really long look at this.
And the longer they look at it, the more you start to realize, is it conclusive? We've seen enough football games to know we don't know the difference.
Syracuse ball.
And that's what it was. Whether it went off his knee or not, you really couldn't tell based on the replay.
Orange ball, shot clock off, tie game. Syracuse trying for its second 13-point comeback in a week.
Here's Bonnie showing a little pressure here, making it difficult, trying to make Frank Howard take the ball out of his hands here. Making him work.
Collects in the backcourt. And Coach Boeheim takes one of his 2 remaining timeouts.
One of the things that's very important right now for Syracuse, they've got to get the ball in. That's one of the things. When you call timeout like this at the end of a game, it's great you can set up your play, but you also have to get the ball in. And we've seen Syracuse struggle getting the ball in these circumstances in the past.
What do you expect them to look for right now if they do get it in here?
Well, once they get in, they got to get in the right person's hands. You got to get into Frank Howard's hands. If he can't get the ball, then you got to look at somebody like Battle coming to get somebody that can handle it and create for himself. Battle's got that step back jump shot. Frank's been able to do a good job off of the ball screen, getting to the paint. Either way, you want to be able to take that shot with under 7 seconds where you got a chance for a putback, and then you got to be able to get back on defense and not let Bonas get all the way to the basket if they get the rebound.
Tyus Battle, it could be in his hand here. Not his strongest game. but he's done it before. Last year,
he's going to need help getting the ball. So right now, somebody's got to help him get the ball.
At 29 in the comeback last week.
They're taking him away. I wonder who they're going to get it to.
Dolezaj, the first
handoff.
touch. And
Good
now
action.
to battle.
And they're just going to clear out. They're going to live with his step back shot. They're going to try to give as much help off, make him a passer. They want him to pass the ball.
5 seconds. Tyus. Short. Brissett. No. Overtime.
I've said it before, it's never the first shot that beats you. It's the second shot, and Syracuse had a great opportunity, point-blank range, just couldn't knock it down. Did against Georgetown. Well, the game has changed. It's a 5-minute ball game right now. Who can master and take over in the last 5 minutes? And it's going to come down to point guard play. We said it at the start, and I'll tell you again, it's about winning, and point guards win. One of these two guys is going to step up and make a play here before it's all said and done.
Well, Jalen Adams has not scored after halftime. St. Bonaventure somehow finds themselves in overtime. They haven't scored only 2 points in the last 11:45. You look at these numbers here, Steve, it's amazing, for one, that it wasn't a blowout when you look at the left, and a blowout the other way when you look at the right.
Well, when you look at a game like this almost feels like a heavyweight fight. They're just going back and forth. Who can stand the longest right now? Syracuse has been in. When you look at the games they've been in here recently, a lot of emotional, tough, hard-fought games. You look at Bonnie's, they had a hard-fought win on the up in Rochester, beating Vermont on a buzzer shot. So both these teams going into break, this time of year, this Christmas break, they've been through an awful lot. Regardless of what happens in the very end of this game, they're going to learn a lot about themselves that can help them in league play, whether it be Syracuse in the ACC or Bonaventure in the Atlantic 10.
Overtime in the Dome. Orange beat Georgetown in OT on Saturday. They looked ahead to their holiday break with another tense, hard-fought overtime win. Or will St. Bonaventure win their first game ever in the Dome? Orange win the tip. Dolezaj. Ponder to three.
A lot of help from Bonaventure whenever Battle has the ball.
That's been the story all game. Howard, a tough pull-up. Can't finish. Dolezaj, what a rebound.
There he is again. Keeping balls alive.
That's his 9th rebound, matching a career high. Battle. Stripped, but to Chukwu. Howard.
Who kept it alive?
It will be Syracuse ball. It was Dolezaj who knocked it off Mobley over the end line.
Done a great job. It's just the extra possessions that Syracuse has gotten.
Howard. Chukwu. Brissett did not want three.
They got time on the shot clock. Ball screens aren't going to help him. He wants the ball screen. It's just going to be a switch here. And that's a poor switch.
Another rebound for Dolezaj. The Orange have had the ball for a minute straight to start OT.
Matthew Moyer needs to get in Dolezaj's legs and clear him out. He's making it too easy just trying to out-jump him. He can't do it.
Battle again. Can Dolezaj pay it off? Floats it home.
You know, why not? Why not? He deserved it. He made that whole possession.
And the Orange take their first lead of the second half or overtime.
He's a competitor. He loves to play. Gonna watch for Mobley on the baseline, trying to get lost on that baseline right now. Shifting and moving. There he is, open in the corner. They don't see him.
Stockard collides with Chukwu. And that will be it for Pascal.
Wonder what Coach Boeheim does here, whether he goes to the big guy or not.
Well, Chukwu is out with 3:16 to go in overtime. The Orange have the lead for the first time since 5:38 remained in the opening half. St. Bonaventure is led by as many as 13, and it's all gone.
It's going Moyer. So that'll put Dolezaj at the 5 for Syracuse. That's nothing new. They've done that before. It just makes them a little bit smaller. And you saw the last few possessions how valuable he can be as a weak side rebounder. Now he's in the middle. Syracuse is going to have to get those rebounds offensively from Brissett and Moyer.
So Dolezaj at center, 9 points and 10 rebounds tonight from Marek.
And with Ianni out of the game for Bonaventure, it really doesn't make a difference as far as the size.
The foul trouble has mounted all night. Chukwu out, Dolezaj 4. The backcourt of Adams and Mobley each have 4. And Ekpezi is already fouled out. Stockard misses the first as he plays with 4 fouls himself. The Bonnies have 2 points in 14 minutes. One-point game.
Just making Frank work here now with the ball. Howard's got it, and just this little bit here, just everything to make the possession a little bit tougher for Frank Howard.
And foul on Dolezaj, and he's out. They called him for pushing off.
Interesting call on that. There's been so much that's gone on in this game. A lot of contact on the drive. Could have gone either way. Ball's up right there. He sees an opening to go. He did put his elbow up, got him in the chin, but there's been a lot of elbows going up tonight that have play on.
So Dolezaj fouls out, and Barama Sidibe checks in, again bothered with the knee issues, tendinitis, has had ankle trouble as well. Did not play on Tuesday, has played just 4 minutes tonight, and he'll have to try to close it here in OT.
We saw the impact Dolezaj had too. Now he's on the bench, so we'll see what Sidibe can do for the Orange here in a very, very crucial time.
He's not been in the game since midway through the first half. Now he must guard. Stockard drives at Sidibe and is fouled in there immediately.
And that's what's worked for Bonaventure, getting that ball to him and then the high post, letting Stockard go. Remember, he's a good passer. Now he's just taking it to the basket. You'll see here, he's just taking it right at the big guy, goes into it, created the contact. Moyer had a good job. He's got to rotate a little bit quicker to give his teammates some help.
Well, smart play, too, by the Bonnies. Go right at the guy that's barely played tonight. Stockard hits the first to tie it up. As Steve said, he's 64%. Now 2 out of 3 from the line in overtime on the last couple possessions. Now Sidibe comes out, and the Orange go really small.
Coach going a little offense-defense right now. Could be tough matchups for Bonaventure. They're struggling with who's guarding who right now.
Bonnies retake the lead. Howard walks it up. We're about halfway done in overtime.
Good matchup for Frank Howard if he can get the ball back.
Has it now.
Somebody he can go by. He had a chance right there.
Howard Washington for 3. Offline. A rebounding foul on Moyer.
You want guys to play. You want them to come in. But there's a reason he's on the bench. And the reason is that you want your best players out there. We've had people foul out for Syracuse, and that's why he's in. They're tempting him to shoot that shot. He's got to not take the bait. Now, end of shot clock, last 5 seconds, that's a shot he's got to take if you're Washington.
Jim Boeheim is informing him of such currently. And they're checking something at the monitor. Previous call was a foul on Moyer, and it was Courtney Stockard who head to the line for free throws.
Some way, I don't think this is going to ice the shooter as much as maybe you would think.
They're just making sure it was Stockard who was fouled. And it was, so his 3rd trip to the line here in overtime.
Sometimes the more you go to the line, start seeing the ball go through, the more comfortable you get.
Well, he missed his first in OT. Now he's made 3 straight. And given the Bonnies the lead back.
All these people came to the Dome to watch a free throw shooting contest here tonight.
Well, St. Bonaventure will take it right now as they're making them here in OT. Sidibe returns. A deep breath for Stockard. Hit them both.
Well, Howard Washington is not subbing in, so that strategy didn't work for Syracuse.
Here's Howard.
They're going to give it to him right here.
Howard, a three for the tie, blocked by Adams. Howard got it back. Now Battle.
Get out of there. He's got to let him go. One-on-one. That's what he wants.
Tyus a three for the tie. No good. Stockard, another rebound.
Big possession for Syracuse. Defensively, they got to have some energy. If Bonaventure can get a bucket here, it's going to be tough for Syracuse to respond. They haven't been able to get a good possession on offense in a while.
2-possession lead in this game would feel like 10. Mobley driving. Now Griffin. Late shot clock again. Adams has not scored after halftime. Mobley a contested three.
Great rebound by Brissett. Syracuse could go. You want to get down before they set the defense. They have an opportunity. Whenever they get a rebound like that, you want to look to push it. Battle's just a little fatigued, tired right now.
Coach Boeheim takes a timeout. He still had one left from regulation, so he has one remaining. St. Bonaventure has one left as well. Coming down to the wire again. A 3-point game, overtime in the Dome.
The Season of Adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Nervous times here in the Carrier Dome. Overtime, Syracuse and St. Bonaventure. 3-point game at the moment with the Bonnies in the lead. Brian Higgins and Steve Evans with you here in overtime. Having you join Syracuse Athletics in the Carrier Dome for Home to the Holidays. All students, high school or college age, invited to purchase special price tickets to Syracuse men's and women's basketball games through January 7th. Enjoy Home for the Holidays program. Students should show their high school or college ID at the Carrier Dome ticket booths to receive these special ticket offer. Hopefully they used it today. 58-55, a 3-point game. Well, Coach Boeheim, Steve, has had a chance to draw it up. We've seen it oft go to Battle. Do we expect it again?
We got Washington back in the game here. They were able to get the ball in a handoff to Battle and then let him go. It looks like they're trying to go to Brissett right here. Trying to open it up for him. Not good, not a good catch.
Brissett drives and tips it back in.
Effort. Now Syracuse is playing small. They got a rebound here. It's not the first shot, as I said before. This time of the game, it's the second shot that hurts you. Got a different lineup defensively for Syracuse. You hope they don't make any mistakes. For Bonaventure, they've got to find that rhythm looking into the middle.
Final minute of OT. Here's Adams. Late shot clock again. Stockard for Adams. Still hasn't scored after halftime. 4 to shoot. Griffin in time. Can't connect. Battle rebounds.
That's a huge rebound right there for Syracuse. Griffin's had 3 shots from the foul line. That's his bread and butter, and he has not made one today. I've seen him make shots from there with ease, and for him to miss those today, he's got to be kicking himself because that's a shot he normally knocks down.
Coach Boeheim takes his final timeout. A 1-point game. Brissett again here after it was just effective the last time down.
He's got to have a clean catch. And then what it is when he's got the ball, if they don't leave to help off of him, it's one-on-one. So defensively, if you're going to hold true to your rules, you're not going to leave Frank Howard, you're not going to leave Battle. It leaves Brissett with an option to go one-on-one, and hopefully for Syracuse, he can get in the lane like he did last time. I don't think Coach Boeheim wants anyone settling for jump shots unless it's at the end of the shot clock.
Let's take a look at how we got to this point in a 1-point game late in overtime. Tyus Battle had it going early. This is way early in the game and really has been shut down since.
Yeah, it's been a tale of 2 halves. One where you had a lot of offense, especially from the point guard with St. Bonaventure, and here's a huge finish. We saw that with Chukwu being able to get the and one, and he made the free throw. All those points adding up here for Syracuse.
It turned out the free throw by Chukwu was actually the point that sent us to overtime. That tied it at 53. Orange had a look late. from Battle. A chance to put it back with Brissett. Neither went. And we've been back and forth, tightly contested in OT. Both teams have led.
We got 20 seconds on the shot clock right now, so the possession is going to go a little faster. Once they get it in, Bonaventure, it's not a long possession for them defensively, but they have to be solid. They got to know what they're doing on one-on-one clear-out situations. Where's the help going to come, and how are they going to rotate?
Brissett scored the last time down. And the Orange out of timeouts here.
Making it hard for Howard to get the ball. 15 seconds now, not much time left.
Final 20 of OT. 10 to shoot. Pass tip to Brissett. He's got to move. In the lane. To the rim. Offensive foul.
Wow. Syracuse got what they wanted, something going to the basket. We'll get a chance to see it here on the replay. Bonnie's doesn't have anybody that can block shots, but they got people that can take charges. We'll see if he got his feet set out of the lane. He took it in the shoulder, and he's outside of the restricted area.
The crowd was celebrating as if it was an and one. Nathan Farrell pointed the other way.
Coach Boeheim wants to see if he was in the cylinder or not, but he wasn't. He had his both feet out. He did not take in the chest.
He was out of the cylinder, but was he still scooching along a little bit?
We've seen that call where they played on, and we've seen a big play right here with the charge. Syracuse has to get to the next play. It's a one-point game. Got a little under 12 seconds to go. They got to make it hard for Bonnies to get in. They got to try to let Bonaventure put it in the hands of somebody who's not a good free throw shooter. Bonnies, on the other hand, they've got to try to get the ball in the person's hands who's their best free throw shooter, and we probably know who that is.
Jalen Adams, 88%. Matt Mobley, 85%.
And they've done a good job of keeping the ball out of Adams' hands. You want to put somebody like Griffin. If Griffin gets it, he's a good foul.
Taki, the inbounder.
Found
Adams.
Too easy.
He's trapped. Trapped.
Jump off.
And now the foul. Or jump ball.
Got two referees with two different calls right now.
Ed Corbett signaled jump ball. Nathan Farrell signaled a foul. Ed Corbett's the vet, so he wins. And the possession arrow still, though, points to St. Bonaventure.
Now Syracuse just seen where everyone went. So advantage Syracuse on defense right now. They're not going to let Adams get the ball as easy as he got it last time.
Howard face guards Adams. They get it to Adams. He's surrounded. Is this a jump ball or a foul? This one a foul. And Jalen Adams in a one-point game. The best player for the Bonnies will shoot two. Either way, the Orange should still have a chance.
They got two shots. Coach Boeheim told him right now, got to know time, score, situation. You got 6 seconds. You got a lot of time to get the ball down the floor, depending on how many free throws or how many he makes here, what Syracuse needs, whether it be a 2 going to the basket or if they need a 3.
Adams has not scored since his three-pointer with seconds left in the first half.
Question right now, do you take him off the line? Coach Schmidt is going to pull his defense back here on this. They've got to get out. They got to defend the 3. Are they going to foul? If they're up 3, do they foul, not let Syracuse get off the three-point shot? These are all the things that coaches drill with their teams.
We'll see if they foul. Orange down 3. Here's Howard to the corner. Washington blocked, and that is it. They're going to check the clock.
Great defensive play by Bonaventure, getting 2 people on the ball, nowhere for Frank to go other than to throw it to the corner. Even if Syracuse does get it, there's not going to be a lot of time for a catch and shoot. It might only be a tip.
We'll see if there's time left. It's when the ball lands. Maybe a half second.
If you got a half second, you got a chance.
They put 3/10 on.
3/10 enough for a tap.
The problem is Syracuse is down 3.
And Boeheim just threw his clipboard. He knows it. He knows 4 gives him a chance. 3 can only be a tip. So there's no way Syracuse can, in my mind, there's no way they can win this game. There's no way you're going to tip a 3-point shot.
That would be a first. A tenth of a second
Unless
made a
Bonaventure
difference from
fouls.
Syracuse having a chance.
They foul with anything going to the basket.
Lawyer to inbound. And that officially is it. For the first time ever, St. Bonaventure has won in the Carrier Dome. They end a 14-game losing streak to the Orange and pick up